How you doing? How you really doing? Thanks for taking the long way round with me today. This is where we got to on the model yesterday. I think that's what I'm... So today, what I want to do is fill this end in, and this side and this side, and maybe this side. So what I want to do is cut a load of cardboard that is the right size that I can use. If I cut the cardboard ahead of time, it makes it easier to do the final adjusting. So, got a piece of card here, I'm just going to measure it out 10 centimeters and then cut until I can get a relatively square side. How you doing? I'm a little discombobulated today. What do I mean? Just getting a pencil. I'm a little disorganized. It's been a day of doing stuff, and I tend not to thrive if I'm doing too much at once. It's just how I personally work. I like to have one or two things going on and then nothing else, as I suspect most people do, but that's not life. And I feel that I need to recognise that occasionally these days are going to happen. I'm about to go into a pretty busy time, and we'll talk about time management at some point, because I think you may find it useful to see how I manage my time. And I seem to be busy, but I'm not really. I'm not really. But what's busy for one person may not be busy for another. So, yeah. I shouldn't compare myself. I don't think it's helpful to compare myself to other people, because doing it so it doesn't do anything for me, it doesn't help me, but it doesn't help them, and actually it can make life more difficult for me. there are always going to be, and I accept this to be true, there are always going to be people that are better than me at what I do and worse than me at what I do. I should neither compare myself negatively to the ones at the top, nor positively to the ones at the bottom. Of course, that's not always easy to do because our society encourages us to compare ourselves to other people, but I don't think that's helpful, and I'll try not to do it. I don't succeed very often, I'll be honest. I compare myself to other people quite a lot, but I've just cut this piece out. I've made some brackets, and I'm just about to cut some more from this piece. Yeah, comparing myself. I mean, in my life, I've been around some pretty incredible people. And sometimes it's hard not to compare myself to them and their achievements. And for some of these people, their achievements are many. I'm talking pretty quietly today. Why am I talking quietly? I think I want to be vulnerable with you. I want to be vulnerable, and I want to express in this time that vulnerability, because I consider vulnerability to be strength, not weakness. But society has told me that vulnerability is a weakness, and I find it hard sometimes to go against those lessons. I mean, it is what it is, right? You're taught what you're taught, and hopefully, as an adult, we can challenge some of those attitudes, some of those lessons that we're given. I'm actually going to glue on piece by piece because I want to work my way round. No big deal, but I want you to know what I'm doing. Wait for the hot glue gun to warm up. Yeah, so I think being vulnerable here will make me more real to you, and I think it will help me process some of the things going on in my brain but you have to, I want to, I don't have to, I want to recognise that being vulnerable with you here feels threatening. Vulnerability feels threatening. And I'm telling you things that are very personal and very vulnerable. And that makes me feel as though I'm exposed, I think, is where this is coming from. Yeah, definitely a sense of I feel exposed. So sometimes I'm going to be talking quietly, which in my head is a way that I can protect myself. I don't want to protect myself. I do want to protect myself. Absolutely I do. And to deny that is foolish. But there is a value, I believe there is a value in my being vulnerable with you here and my trying to be as open with you as I can. And occasionally you're not going to like it. I know you appreciate that. It's not going to stop me doing what I'm doing, because I think vulnerability is one of my strengths. But yeah, like I say, there's a bit of a cost to making myself vulnerable. I think I try to pursue being vulnerable in my life. I try to pursue being allowing myself to be weak around other people. It feels unnatural, but it's useful. So what am I doing now? Right now, I've cut out another piece and I'm about to glue it onto the model. I'm just gluing the tabs on first, and then glue on the piece. Yeah. Anyway, I dare say we'll come back to that subject, but that's enough discomfort for now. How was your day? How was your day? My phone fell off the wall. Let me try and work out how to fix it back up. Are we good? I think we're good. Real life, right? Okay, let's glue on the next piece. Yeah. Did you do today what you hoped? Did you make the decisions in the way that you wanted to? So that we've got that edge, this one now is done, and now this one, and now this one. So these two, yeah. Or maybe I can do this one. Yeah. So what? Let me know in the comments what you consider a successful day to be. I don't like the word success because it has connotations of business and achievement and comparison and failure. Necessarily suggests failure. You can't have success without potential for failure. So yeah, tell me what you think failure is. If you can't judge what success is, tell me what failure is. Is it a matter of social acceptance? Is it a matter of money? Of political status? Is it down to how many dogs you rescued today? I'm not sure there's necessarily a wrong answer, but there are probably concepts of success that are less nurturing for the individual. There you go. That sounds very new age, which is perfectly fine if that's what you want. But I think it needs to be explained. We can do things in our lives that that affect the world around us, and one of those things am I doing? I've cut this piece out. What am I cutting it for? What did I do it for? I'm talking and I'm not thinking. Well, let's put this bit over here that I said would be your own. I dropped it. Let me grab it. Now your actions will impact the world. And we have to decide as individuals whether or not we want our impact on other people to be positive or negative. There's no such thing as neutrality. Every action that you have has a positive and a negative on somebody else. That's just the way the world works. We are a series of interconnected individuals who all rely on each other to make life work. There's no such thing as being there is no such thing as being totally independent. It's just not possible. And if you think it is possible, then put it down in the comments. Let's talk about it. I can be wrong. I don't have a problem with being wrong. In fact, if I am wrong, then I want to know. Because that is how I learn. I think that's one of my life principles, that I can always be wrong, that I can always learn something new, that someone else's opinion can have validity and mean something. In a way that I don't necessarily comprehend. Does that make sense? It won't make sense to everybody. Because I know that people like to be right. But that is not always possible. It's not always possible to be right all the time. And in fact, if you are right all the time, there is probably something going on in your life that you're not aware of. Like I say, you can disagree with me, that's perfectly fine. But if you are going to disagree with me, back it up in the comments. Don't wimp out and just go away thinking it and not tell me. That doesn't help you or me. So, what are we on? 25 minutes? I like to stick about 30 minutes. Let me know in the comments what you want me to talk about. Let me know in the comments what you don't want me to talk about. I will attempt to not talk about religion and politics, because quite honestly they are so subjective and so personal that I don't actually see the value in doing that here. We might, if people really want to, we can talk about it. But yeah, my goal here is to be vulnerable. Let's stick with that. So write in the comments for me how your day went. Write in the comments for me what good thing happened to you today. You know that I'm not looking for anything in particular, good or bad. If it's valuable to you, then that's all good. And by the way, I may not like what you consider good, and that's fine, isn't it? Our values are allowed to be different. Our values are allowed to not necessarily match up. Don't make you or me less of a human being for that. That's one of my core values, that we should be able to talk about the things that matter to us in a way that encourages conversation. I know not everybody is able to do that though. Not everybody is able to talk about the things that matter to them. So when they're presented with things that matter to them, sometimes it's difficult for people to comprehend that, to understand that, to be able to rationalize it in their heads. And delightful. My panels are not lined up neatly. Does that matter? Kind of. I mean, you see where that's the lip there. I would probably want to cut that off, and I think I'll do that. yeah, that's 30 minutes, and so we'll leave it at that. Thank you for taking the long way around with me today. And like I say, put it in the comments what you want, what happened to you today that was good. See you later. Bye bye.